Hey guys, alright, so as you see in the video, I got the MT10 back. I do have the pipe. I am gonna actually flash tune it right now, but I'm also gonna do some chain service because don't forget your chain. As you can see, my chain is kind of dirty. Look at that. Tension's pretty good. But I'm gonna clean it up right now, give it some cleaner. I'm using this right now, the Maxima chain cleaner. It's a little messy, but you know, clean it up really well. And then I'm gonna use the Moto chain lube. Usually I would prefer using the Moto chain clean than the lube. I just don't have it. I have the other one, so not a big deal. Gonna clean it up and then make sure it looks nice and pretty. Alright, so cleaned it up, lubed it. Look at that, clean. Ooh, what is that? What is that? Nope. Just a little bit of residue. Let's clean that up. There you go. It's clean chain. Clean chain is a happy chain, and you make it last a long time. Make sure to keep that up because I remember I made my FZ07 stock chain and sprockets last 21,000 miles because of that service. Just maintaining it, you know. Now I gotta clean the rest of my wheel, so don't mind that. But alright, now next to the Flashtune. Alright, so coming up to the MT10, just like the R1, obviously the R1 has the fairings over here, but the MT10 basically is that screw right there, and I believe there is one more in there, you can see, and then this one down here as well. Boom. So just take those off, this cover is going to come off, and then the ECU is going to be in there and you're going to be able to pull it out. This is for the bench kit Flashtune. If you use the other style kit, which I think you have to plug in some wires into the back of the ECU and do it from the bike, I don't like that style because I'm not going to do all that, but the bench kit is perfect. So let's get started. Alright guys, so actually I'm a little bit wrong. You don't need to remove that bolt. That's just to hold this whole plastic piece in place. You don't need it. There's one right there too. You can just, those two bolts that I was pointing to you earlier, and then this is the cover. You're gonna slide it forward and it's gonna pop right out. And then there's another plastic cover here as well that's gonna go in there. Alright guys, so as you can see, my part number is B6785918-51. The last two numbers basically, it's related to the year of the bike. Okay guys, so I'm in the suit, whatever they freaking call it, for the Flashtune program. This is from another map of another bike that I did a while ago for FZ09. I don't need that anymore, so we're gonna close that. Close it. I don't need it anymore. So it's gonna ask for user, obviously it's me. So we're gonna connect the device. So right now it says status, no selection file connected. You know, it says online is okay, but no selection, no ECU, no nothing. So I got my ECU there. You make sure you have the right plug. I have quite a bit, but this is the one that you need, bench type 18 for the MT10 and the R1. So we're gonna use this one. Get that out of the way. Obviously you have your plug that's gonna connect the USB to the computer, your power source. Man, I have so many of these. My 18 is the one I need. These are from my other bikes. Cool. So we're gonna connect this to power, connect this to the computer, and then we're gonna have it be red, and then we'll go to the next step. As you can see, the ECU is connected now. So now it's gonna pop up and we're gonna read the ECU, all right? So we're gonna do that. Update email. So we're gonna pick an unrestricted map first. So this is Yamaha MT10. This is it. And as you see, look at it closely right there. Look at it closely. Who's going wild? Anyways, if you go to right there, it says 2020 MT10 B6785918, exactly 51. That's the unrestricted file, exactly how mine is. So even though it says 2020, they do have the same ECU for 2021. So nothing's changed. So you're gonna pick that one right there. It's gonna load it now. So it's loading. The tuning screen is not responding, it says, but it'll load. Give it some time, it is a little bit slow. So once you get the map loaded into the file right here, you're gonna go, just make sure everything is in there. Everything's preset for you already, so you don't have to worry about anything. After that, you're gonna go to device, and you're gonna click the file. This is the file that we picked. You're gonna click write ECU. So it's gonna do that. It's gonna say uploading ECU image and let it load. All right, so it's gonna say connect ECU harness, so key on. Obviously it is connected, so that's how you're gonna do it. You're gonna click OK. It's gonna request ECU ID, and because this is a brand new ECU to the program, it's gonna say to buy a license. But since I already bought it, it's gonna say assign the license to this ECU, so you're gonna click yes. Now it's preparing to write the data, so now that I'm applying the license that I bought for this ECU. So now it says disconnect ECU harness or key off. So on this situation, you're gonna disconnect. So you're gonna disconnect from power. Then you're gonna click OK. And then it's gonna go back to say connect ECU harness or key on. So you're gonna connect back to power again. Power is connected again. So click OK. Now it's identifying the ECU and I'm gonna write it. So give it some time, it is slow. Finishing data set. Obviously, I would suggest using a newer computer, but it is what it is. And now it's writing the ECU. So let it load all the way to 100%, and then it'll tell you to disconnect, and you're all done with the Flashtune. So it is pretty much all done. It's initially write successful, you may disconnect. So I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna pull this off now. All right, so ECU is gonna go back in there, make sure everything's plugged in correctly. I'm gonna put the cover back on, and I'm gonna turn it on and see if the fans come on at 195 like it says. Make sure that the ECU program worked and all that. So time to button it back up. So as you can see, like the map said, between 195 and 205, it came on exactly at 205. So the map did work, everything sounds good, it's running well. As you can see, the Two Brothers exhaust looks great. Everything's good, so ECU flash was a success. Let's get to riding her now. Alright guys, so I just rolled the MT10, now it has the Flashtune. So one of the few things that I did notice immediately, originally when I had the stock exhaust, whole stock setup, you know, it had power all the way through. It kind of dies out around 7,000, 8,000 RPM. You know, you kind of just making noise at that point. When I put the slip on, I lost all my mid-range. I had a flat spot. I had to gun it. And then when it got to the higher RPM range, it felt better. But in the low range, man, I lost everything. Now that I tuned it with the Flashtune, I lost that flat spot, and it's freaking pulling from the get-go. Flashtune is definitely worth it, especially if you put a pipe on there. One, for longevity of the motor, to make it run a little better. But remember, this is just a how do you call it, unrestricted map. It's a base map, it's not a full-on specialized tune. I am gonna get that done because yeah, there's still the twitchiness of the throttle, something I want to fix, and I do want a little bit. I don't really, actually, you know what, I don't want more power. The bike has plenty of it. I just need to smooth it out a little bit, and that's definitely going to happen with the dyno tune. But right now I'm happy with the Flashtune. I definitely recommend doing it.